Today in the news, the Dallas Morning News editor resigns after 6-year tenure, and a salon owner who defied lockdown makes Texas Senate runoff. And the City of Dallas' hospital capacity report. Today is October 1st, 2020, and this is Dallas Weekly News. Hello, I'm your host, Patrick Washington, and this is Dallas Weekly News. Mike Wilson announced Tuesday that he will resign as editor of the Dallas Morning News after a 6-year tenure. The newspaper reported that Wilson revealed in a note to his staff that he will remain with the newspaper until the end of the year to assist with the transition. Managing editor Keith Campbell will immediately take over Wilson's newsroom duties, and Brendan Miniter, the editor of editorials, will lead the editorial board while publisher Grant Moyes considers future moves. Wilson announced his departure as the paper's staff votes on whether to unionize. Wilson's December 2014 hiring made him the first editor the newspaper had hired from outside its ranks. Since then, he has implemented a digital-first news strategy at the 134-year newspaper. The Dallas Morning News has been a Pulitzer Prize finalist in 3 of his years at the helm. Dallas salon owner Shelley Luther, who was sent to jail for defying coronavirus lockdown orders and became a symbol of conservative angst over COVID-19 restrictions, advanced to a runoff for Texas Senate seat on Tuesday night. Republican Shelley Luther finished in a virtual dead heat with 4-term Republican State Representative Drew Springer as both advanced. Luther had 31.7% of the vote in a special election to fill a vacated seat in a heavily Republican North Texas district. Springer, a Munster tax consultant, tailed with 31.83%, and Jacob Minster, the Democrat, had about 21.06%. The district reaches from Stevensville and the northern suburbs of Dallas and Fort Worth to Wichita Falls and the Red River. Luther's springboard into politics came in May when she spent about 2 days in jail for refusing to shut down her salon despite Republican Governor Greg Abbott's emergency orders. She received $500,000 in donations with the help of conservative activists at the time when protests over COVID-19 restrictions unfolded across the country. She has hammered Abbott and effectively made her campaign a referendum on the governor's handling of the pandemic. Nationwide, other GOP candidates are also counting on lingering voter resentment of the lockdown orders to help boost them in the office, at a time when President Donald Trump's reelection may hinge on pursuing voters that the worst is behind America. A date for the runoff election has not been yet scheduled. The winner will succeed Republican Pat Fallon, who resigns to run for the seat in the U.S. House. And now the City of Dallas' hospital capacity report. This has been Dallas Weekly News. I'm your host, Patrick Washington. You can find these and more stories at dallasweekly.com. And follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And as always, if you can, please stay home, stay safe, and we will see you again tomorrow.